Hi YouTube, Zora the Beauty here. In this video, I will show you where will you get the items needed for this cosplay. But before we begin, I would like to remind every one of you that one of the items that's needed for this cosplay is a seasonal item for the Black Friday event that's still in the game. And with that being said, let's go. For the first item, or items rather, we're gonna need to go in the next map after this map, which is called Darkovia Forest, where I took my introduction from. Now, the location of the next map is actually right most of this area, this boss's area here, which is a Teratoma, and one of the spawn points of this boss right here, which is the Ancient Evil. And the map that I'm talking about is, yes, Darkovia Castle. Now, if some of you were very familiar of where am I going to, beware because you'll be seeing some of these in the actual location. Well, anyway, I have gamed here a lot of times now, and I can't remember from how many times this was. Anyway, let's continue. Again, once you get in the castle, jump left down here, up these stairs, and through this portal, which will then lead us to the other side of this area. Instead of jumping across this broken bridge. Anyway, we're gonna straight ahead. Just ignore that armor over there. Passing through here. And straight to this hall. We'll reach the door to our next area, which will then lead us to the actual area where we will get the items from. Well, as far as I remember, I have mentioned one of the items in my previous cosplays. If I can still remember, it's in the Raven one, which is my second video in this channel. Well, anyway, in the throne room, by the way, there's a door. So, from the main entrance, you want to go to the right, and as you can see earlier, a panel opened down there, which should lead us to another secret map in this location, which is then the catacombs, where the Darkovia story ends. Anyway, we're actually close by to our location, and if you're getting it by now, then yes, it's that parkour challenge where everyone finds it challenging. It was just that you need the perfect timing here. Anyway, we're gonna do it again. Okay, jump to here, jump here. Now, we're gonna wait for that platform to surface again, and jump, and jump. Careful with this one because an axe is swinging over there. Now let's wait for the platform to appear here again, and you can run on the spikes over, and there you go. Made it across. Now, for the first set of items, it's actually located from the left side of the map. And if you're getting it by now, then yes. I'm talking about this group of items right here. The Daywalker set, which includes the following. I'm going to show you. It starts off with the glasses, which was once featured in the Raven cosplay back in my second video. And It's actually the glasses right there. Next is the armor, which is that black coat with dark silver stuff right there. That matches the belt. Sorry, let me just equip my main item so that there you go. Anyway, sorry for the interruption. The belt again. Hold up. Which is this one right here. It's a utility belt with three bags, small bags right there. We got the gloves right there. Those things that matches the coat. And lastly, were the boots, which is this pair of plated boots right here. Finally, for the last item needed for this cosplay, and the only seasonal item that we need, we actually have two locations for that item. And the first one is in the Town of Babylon section. And in the Town of Babylon section, we're gonna need to go to Babylon Main Square. And in Babylon Main Square, or Main Square rather, we're gonna need to go to the Main Square itself. Now, here in the Main Square, we're gonna need to go and talk to an NPC called Mysterious Stranger, which is once located here in the grass, if I'm not wrong, or there. And now he was transferred here since Frostvault event has already begun, as you can see. But the Black Friday event is still here, and the item that we need is from this NPC right here, which is the Mysterious Stranger. And in his menu, as you can see, there is a shop called Black Friday Shop. Now, the item that we need in the shop is actually this one right here, the Black Knight Katana, which is a DC item, but by the way. And if you can still remember, back in the previous video, or one of my previous video, which is the X-Men The Last Dance Angel, that is a Friday the 13th event cosplay, I explained there how did I gather DC as a free player, or for free players. Since I have already upgraded my account to Guardian back 7 years ago. Anyway, the item that, or the seasonal item needed for this cosplay is this red glowing sword right here. I know, as I mentioned earlier, there's a second location for this item. Now, if you're gonna look at my screen, or the entire player screen, both in PC and mobile version, we can see a chest icon here, which will lead us to the shop's menu. Now, this shop's menu features other shops where you can get items. But since our item is a seasonal cosplay, you can see a blue chest icon here saying new event shop, which will then lead us to the location of the same shop from the NPC that I mentioned, which is the Mysterious Stranger, the Black Friday shop. And again, the item that we need, just to remind you, is the Black Knight Katana, which is this red glowing sword right here. See how huge that was. Let me show you its actual length there. You see, right from my back. there's that sword that you need for the cosplay. And it's the Black Knight Katana. Once again, folks. Now that we have collected all of the items needed for this cosplay, the next and last step that we're going to need to do is, of course, to customize the avatar. And to start off with everything, we're going to first need to do our hairstyle, which is pompadour, which is this one right here. Now, for the hair color, it stays the same, black. And after the hair color comes the eye color, which is light brown. After the eye color is the lips color, which is uh, chestnutty shade of brown right here. And for the final touch of our cosplay is the skin color, which is dark brown. And to complete the cosplay itself, you're going to want to match it with the helmet, which is the glasses. And that should do the trick right there. And oh, by the way, in the movie, or the trilogy itself, and even the comics, you can see Blade having a goatee. But I have problems with the facial hair here since all of the facial hairs available doesn't match my cosplay except for one. If only if you want this facial hair, which is a stash, and it's that one right there, the FG3000. That's your call. But for me, it's fine without the stash because that completes everything right there. So, there you have it, folks. My very own idea for a Marvel Comics and Blade Trilogy Blade cosplay. Well, I hope you like it, and if you do, please hit like, subscribe, and press the notification bell. And until then, tune in for my next videos, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye!